So we want to try and get the smooth jazz thing going again. So we need something to play to. So I got Superior Drummer pulled up, and rather than program something from scratch drum-wise, which is what I usually do, we're just going to use something that they got in here already, just so we got something to play to. So let's check out some of these little MIDI grooves they got here. Let's see. Nah, it's too straightforward. Nope. All right, this might work. At least we could we could play something to that. So let's drag this up here into the workstation, and now we got it up here. So if we hit play here, we'll hear that. Now, it's slowed down for some reason, so let's see if it pulled in a tempo change. It did. So we want this to be like 107, maybe. Let's just do this. 107. All right, so now all right, we could work with that. Now, I want to produce my own sound. Now, this groove is all right to play to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these drums because my OCD will not allow me to leave this all on one track. That's not how I record. So we're going to create at least 5 or 6 more tracks. So we could separate, because the kick, snare, hi-hat, all that's playing from this one track. I don't want that. I want everything separate so I could adjust the kick, snare, hi-hat, just like you would if you were recording a live drum set in a real studio or live. So we're going to do multiple tracks, and then we're going to get rid of this. Okay, we won't need this because we'll have it separated. So 5 tracks. Now we'll go in each one, like let's go to the kick track, and like I said, we'll copy it down. So let's go here, and then we'll take out, if this is the kick track, we'll take everything else out. So we'll just delete, all of that, and we'll do that for each track until we have like the individual tracks, the drums separated. Okay. All right. So now we got the drums separated. So now, and we got EQ. See how I have them separated here? So now we got EQ on like the kick and the snare and the hi. So now our drums sound like this. So that's my, that's my style, that's my groove, that's my sound. So I'm gonna build on that. So, I'm hearing like the simple jazz grand piano thing, just like kind of. So let's do that. So I'm hearing like the grand piano, doing like the. Like just simple. And a couple holding chords, you know what I mean? Like that. So let's roll with that and see how it flows with the drums. Now I just made up some crazy chords because I'm just trying to vibe. And you heard me talk about the capture record a lot, and I'm telling you, I live by that because I could just, like, it's not step record. Step record, the computer's not running and you play stuff and then, it's in there like that and whatever. Capture record, basically what it is it's a function that will capture what you played because you forgot to hit the record button. So I purposely forget to hit the record button every single time because I don't like the record button. I don't want to record nothing. I just want to capture what I'm feeling or what I just happen to play. So I just keep playing and never hit the record button. And if I hit something that I like, then I hit a shortcut key I created and it captures it. In Pro Tools, Studio One, and Cubase, it's called retrospective recording. It's the same thing. Logic is the only one that calls it capture. But I got the same shortcut key in all of them workstations, and that's how I record. For instance, I could just go. No record button. But if I hit this, so it captured what I just did. So that's how I do everything. I just play. That way, if I mess up, it's not there. I don't have to worry about erasing it. So I'm going to undo that. So now I'm going to go to, let's see if we can get like a bass thing going. So let's go to some bass. So the bass, I'm using this Trillium plugin. And that's what I'm using. So let's listen to that and see how that's flowing with the grand piano and the drum groove. So here we go. Now I just tried that to see if that little lick would fit in, and I hit my shortcut key because perfect example. Man, let me capture that. That might work. So I just want to see how that sounds. If it sounds okay, I'm gonna leave it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it again. I think I played it a little too hard. It should be something like real. Listen. Nope. Capture. All right, so I think it's like too hard. So let's just lower the velocity. Cool. So let's electric piano. Let's put a pad in there, something to just make it like kind of just flow like this here. So let's do like a Fender Rhodes. We need like something. We need that Rhodes, that electric piano to kind of make it just, you know what I'm saying, just flow. So we're gonna just some smooth chords, like something a little out. Then we'll follow the changes. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do with what we got. So I held my foot down on the sustain pedal and it's still ringing. When I go to like make this longer, that's gonna be a problem. So we're gonna deal with that in a second. But right now we're gonna keep on going because we got a nice little groove going. Okay, so let's go for like the smooth jazz guitar. So this plugin trips me out. It's like a combination of octaves, picking the straight guitar, and like slides. So you got to use the shortcut keys to do the different variations of what I just said. I hope that makes sense. So if I hit this key, I can get the, okay? And if I hit this key, I get the straight guitar. This key will give me the muted, regular muted guitar thing that I like to do when I'm playing guitar. And this key will give me like the octave thing. So this is what I did with this. All right, we gotta deal with that ringing piano. Let's deal with that now. The Rhodes is ringing, so we're gonna come here. And what it is my foot stayed down here on the pedal. So instead of playing it over, we're just gonna come in here. This is the pedal. This represents the pedal. Up means my foot is down. So we're gonna take this down. So now we won't hear that anymore. See? Well, we dealt with that. Let's just save this because this is getting good. So I did another track with the guitar, and let's bring the picking thing, the velocity down a little bit on that because we want that to be, that's supposed to be like just a little flavor thing added in. So let's find that. Right here. Let's just lower the velocity. Now I didn't want to mess with that, so I added like another guitar on another track, just playing some other things, okay? Maybe do that run when it goes to F sharp. Let's try it. Let's capture that and then fix it. Let's quantize that like 75%. This note here is missing. Bring the velocity up. And it looks like we hit it twice. So let's take that one out. Let's bring the velocity up on this one. Let's try that. Let's roll with that. Okay, so we just gonna copy that. We're gonna keep that octave thing because all we're gonna do is just here. Let's copy that like that, and let's copy the Rhodes and the bass. We gotta do the drums too. All right, so when it stops, let's see what happens when it keeps going this time. So a fill maybe. See, it's capture record, I'm telling you. Well, I mean, you got do what works for you. That's what works for me. The record button gets on my nerves. I just spin it and I just be flowing, like, you know what I mean. But do what works for you, by all means. So now we got something definitely to work with. So that could be like our main groove, our hook, or whatever, but we got something to work with. So I'm gonna add like a soprano sax thing up at the top and maybe in other places and see where this goes. So let's see how this sounds now. I just captured that just for the heck of it, because it might be cool when we play it back. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna turn this into a song, completed.